This is also for the...
You can start your routine. Yeah, just start your routine into the microphone.
What,
Marianne?
Are we ready?
Yes.
We're on the air?
Yes.
Oh! Do it!
Lights!
Rolling.
Camera!
Rolling.
Action!
Rolling.
Welcome to...
Postcards from Lowell. And welcome to the initial broadcast on WOMY. Oh my.
Brother.
Yeah!
Yes.
Oh,
Radio Lowell is now on the air. WOMY.
W-O-M-Y. W-O-M-Y. Oh my.
Oh my. So we're going to be doing news, sports, and weather from Lowell.
Yeah.
On
Traffic.
WOMY.
Traffic on the ones.
I got to do this because all the... Yeah, go ahead, do that. Yeah. I ever notice they shuffle the papers, they bang them up and down and shuffle them. So this is the news for today from Lowell.
Yes.
And we'll get into that in 1 second. But first of all, I'd like to thank...
Your source for news, sports, weather, and information. We rehearsed none of this.
If we ever rehearsed, nobody would watch this show. And this is a postcard from Lowell.
Thank you, Chris Susie and Megan Jones.
There. How, is that coming out over the radio okay, Marianne?
Beautiful.
Nice.
I'm so glad we finally got a microphone.
And the Lowell sign.
Yes, courtesy of Bill Cooper.
No, it's Joni. Joni Cooper Lanza gave us the Lowell
Lowell
part
sign.
of the
Oh,
Lowell
that's
sign.
right. This one down
Yeah,
there.
Lowell.com. Postcards from Lowell.com,
.com.
which means you can go to postcardsfromlowell.com
And
anytime, day and night.
stream it.
Stream it, and you don't
Binge.
have to be dressed fancy to watch
You
it.
can
Not at
binge
all.
on it.
Yeah.
And you can binge. And again, the phone from Joan.
It's birthday suit appropriate.
Hello. And let's see, what else? Oh, the Justin glass. I got my Justin glass.
Always
Love
just in
it.
time.
Thank you, Carol. Carol Cooper gave me my Justin glass.
And thank you, Bill and Marianne, for not telling me you were going to Lowell and bringing me back a glass.
That's a swell glass.
Mm.
And Carol says hello.
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 Carol, you could tune into the radio part of this, but we have no idea on the dial where it is
Oh,
yet. We haven't been assigned a dial number, so we're all over
It's
it.
109.9.
109.9. Wonderful. Oh my. Okay, so anyway,
Oh, my.
the postcard from Lowell first.
Yes.
And again, a lot of this involves my father. He was a big part in my life. My mother was a huge part in my life, but my mother took care of the necessities.
Yes.
You know, made sure I was clean and dressed and fed and all the important things.
A Joan Cleaver.
June,
June.
right?
June.
Oh.
Anyway, and you know, again, my father took care of the "you're a boy, here's some fun things I don't want you to do" part of my life. He would tell me great stories that he did. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Now, my father had a dog, and I told you. That's your phone. Someone's calling our camera.
Hello, camera.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for choosing WOMY.
Gee, it was someone from New York, I wonder.
Wonderful. Oh my.
Oh my.
Anyhow,
Be ready to be the secret caller at 4:45 and win 1,000 shells.
hey, and you know what I did? I put up the number, not for Postcards from Lowell. I haven't put that up yet for this phone.
Oh, yeah, I don't never
But I
get
did put up the radio station number.
Oh, good.
And I didn't realize it was already up. There
Oh.
you go. It's there somewhere.
One card.
One
Two
card. So my father had a dog when he was a kid. The dog's name was Rex. And I told the story
That's
before how Rex ran all the way up to Maine. And when they were leaving their visit in Maine, he comes in the yard with bloody paws and that. And they couldn't believe he went from
That's crazy.
Lowell up to Maine to see them. So my father would tell me stories about him and his dog when he was a kid. And these were like, you know the word bittersweet. I heard that the other day when I was retiring from my radio show in Savannah. And it was bittersweet to hear these stories because he talked about his dog. His dog, I think it was a Dalmatian
Oh, really?
that he had, right? Because he loved
Fire.
chasing fire truck. And before they got when they just had horses, he could run and get to most fires with his dog and be there at the same time the pump of being pulled by horses got.
Sometimes before.
Yeah, sometimes. That's a story for another day.
Right.
So anyway, I love the stories about Rex. He said I'd take Rex up to his favorite place to play was the Lowell Town City Dump.
Of course.
He's a boy. He'd be 10, 11, 12. He said me and Rex would go up there, Rex would chase the rats, and I'd be shooting at him with a BB gun. And not Rex, the rat.
The dog.
Yeah, he wouldn't be shooting at Rex.
Right, no.
Anyway, and then he said he'd go swimming in the summertime in the brook there, and Rex was with him and that. And all along, every time he told me a story, I'm saying, man, we have a dog. He's ever asked your mom? Well, just once. No, we're not getting a dog.
Wow.
Mom was afraid of any animal.
Yeah.
Totally. She really was paranoid, afraid of animals. And
Well, I mean,
so we weren't getting
It's
a dog.
fair.
And we weren't getting a dog. But it was one of the things I feel I missed out in my life because I would have liked to have a dog like Rex.
I think everybody should have a dog.
Yeah, I mean, chase the baseball when I hit it, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes my brother get tired and he wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So Rex wouldn't get tired. So that's my postcard from Lowell. I heard about Rex 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Wish I had a Rex. Never had one.
You got me.
I got you.
I'll fetch your balls, Bill.
Okay. Now I think it's time for
WOMY News, sports, and information.
And we start off with the weather. How's the weather looking, Lowell?
The weather is 61 degrees, partly cloudy.
Wind at 61 Fahrenheit or centigrade.
According to our top meteorologist, Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Calvin.
Is it? I think the F means Fahrenheit.
Oh, it does have an F there. Fahrenheit. There is also 0% chance of snow.
You didn't read the next part. Gee.
I said partly cloudy.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Partly
Roll
cloudy.
the tape back. Let me see.
Weather in Lowell, Massachusetts, 61 degrees Fahrenheit, partly cloudy,
Thank you.
and a 0% chance of snow.
Right.
The winds.
Well, first of all, it's September.
Yeah.
Normally it doesn't snow in New England in September.
I did not know
Doesn't
that.
mean it can't. I remember it did snow in October,
Right.
and that's close to, we know October is 2 days away, so
Could happen.
we know that it possibly could. But anyway, today there's no chance of snow.
In the winter, it snows inside my house. I get the dandruff in winter.
Yep. And the rest of the weather is?
The winds are out of the north at 9 miles per hour, and foliage, not yet.
I think Calvin, our weatherman,
Calvin.
he wet his fingers, stuck it out the window. 9 miles an hour, yeah, the wind's at 9 miles an hour.
That sounds about right. That's pretty breezy.
Being a
9
new
miles.
station, we don't pay an awful lot for our help.
No, it's a volunteer position.
And Calvin, we asked him, I said, what do you want to do? He said, well, whether it matters or not, so we put him on the weather.
What did he mean by foliage? Not
Okay.
yet.
No foliage yet. And what happens? People go up to New England, I mean, by the busload, by the plane load, by the covered wagon
To
load,
look at the leaves.
to see the beautifully colored leaves.
Right.
Now, when I had retired from the post office, I had a job one time, part-time job, as a limo driver.
Yeah.
And a lot of airport runs. So I pick up 3 guys from Texas.
Okay.
So anyway, so they're riding through, and they're going, and on the way to where they were going, it's about 45 miles from Boston. And man, these leaves are beautiful, beautiful. Aren't they beautiful? You know, because Texas has 3 trees, I think.
Yeah, and they just go straight from green to off.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
If they fall, even if they do it, I don't even know if they fall. But anyway, they have 3 trees and they've never seen foliage. They have first time to New England. It's just beautiful. Hey, look at the colors: yellow, orange, red. And I said, "You notice those colors are only in the front row?" He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "If you can see that we were going fast enough, so they couldn't." I said, "But if you can see behind that first row of trees, they're all green. Those trees don't turn color. Leaves don't turn color. They spray those every year." I kid you not. They didn't laugh. They went, huh. So right now, Texas thinks that we just spray those colors on the...
I'm surprised there's not a New England Wonderland down in Disneyland, and they would have to go and
Paint
spray.
those, yeah, they would. So anyway, so that's what they think right now. And right now they're arguing at some bar somewhere. How's that, man? I know they paint those on there. I had someone from there tell me that.
They told me that.
And he was a limo driver, so he ain't gonna give me any beat with this.
He had a lot of credentials.
Hey, what's going on now?
Big news in sports.
Oh, what's happening?
Spinners complete an undefeated season.
Okay, hold on a second. The Spinners did. They didn't lose a game this year. The Lowell Spinners, It's an A in the minor leagues in the A system, A ball.
A ball.
Short season, which is pretty much the lowest there is in Major League Baseball. And they didn't lose a game this year because last year was COVID. They didn't play any.
Yeah.
And then last year they disbanded them. So this year they are without a single loss. Go ahead. That's a nice story.
That's a great record.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
That was Biff out in the street. He got that report.
Well, that's.
And did you ever Biff out in the street?
Yeah. I know Biff, and
You know,
I'm sure it was outside the bar.
You know Biffin.
And up next in sports, Lowell High challenges NFL Dallas Cowboys to an exhibition game.
Right, and the details on that is simply this. Dallas Cowboys kicking out. They wouldn't play Lowell High School. Little girly people.
What yellow bellies?
I'm telling you, this is not a Texas day, but I've had 2 Texas stories already, and those sissy poos wouldn't even play Lowell High School, and because it gets spanked.
Oh, is that?
Lowell High would spank them up and down there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I
so
understand.
that's the sports. Thank you.
Too scared.
Now the news.
In the news, Lowell to present postcards from Lowell with key to the city.
Yes, Postcards from Lowell.
Yes.
Has finally made it. Lowell is going to honor us
Yeah.
with the key to their city.
Yeah. What? Do they still have one? Or did they find it? I mean, it's an old city.
Well, they have a donkey. That's what they're going to get.
A burro.
It doesn't matter. We've been
I'll
on
take it.
And if you read on, you'll still see why.
Oh, Lowell postcards are selling out faster than they can be restocked.
Right. Postcards in Lowell, which means if you send it, it's a postcard from Lowell. Then they're just running out of them. There's so many people. There's a run on them.
There's a run on
Due
postcards.
to the popularity of
Postcards
from Lowell.
Right.
.com.
Also, they're thinking about making the postcards from Lowell into a digital currency.
Whoa.
Yes.
And you have one.
Yes. I scanned it into the computer, and if you want some Lowell coin, I got them all.
Low coin.
Who's your man?
Okay, thank you. That was our first episode here on News, Weather, and Sports. Again,
WOMY.
Wonderful. Oh my. So, Director, what do you think of our new radio station?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Interesting.
Did you see? I have to show the audience the craftsmanship of this sign.
It's a new station.
There's a Connect best of cover there, and I think this is a pop box. Yeah, this is the polar water pop box that Bill has cut out and
From Worcester.
artfully taped it on there.
Yes. That's Lowell ingenuity.
And he even cut out a little stand with a little groove in it. I guess.
Ian used to date him. Fully taped.
Oh, I thought it was Little Groove.
So anyway, so Mac, what do you think of the dual purpose here? We're on the air and on Facebook, and we're live on the radio.
109.9 on the FM dial.
The endless possibilities.
Only inside the house. That's how far our transmitter goes.
Yes.
It's a 1 watt,
Like 1 watt station.
1 watt transmitter. Yes.
Okay, but everyone started somewhere.
Of course.
You know, I mean, Edison started with one phone call.
And one big dead
What was his
elephant.
name? Watson, come see me or something?
Yeah.
I spilled something?
I don't remember what he said.
I said, Watson, come here
It was
quick,
Watson,
something like that.
but yeah.
And you heard him upstairs with the speaker.
Right. And now we got Watson the super.
And now I'm wondering if that was Watson, Sherlock Holmes' doctor pal, Dr. Watson.
Yes, he's managed to stay alive this long.
Could be.
He's still kicking over there in England.
Oh, Sherlock, that was brilliant.
I've got an idea.
Elementary. Watson, old buddy of mine.
This took a turn.
As it usually does.
Stay tuned to WOMY for late-breaking developments in our postcard shortage story.
Right. In Lowell, the postcard shortage. If you go to the Lowell National Park,
Yes.
they do sell postcards there, and glasses,
Yes.
and T-shirts and hats and all that stuff. But it is a great national park. If you go there, buy out the rest of the postcards, because if they just restock them,
Hot
get them now.
commodity.
Get them now,
Yeah.
because we did. We bought too few.
Yep.
And as soon as people recognize us, Aren't you the Postcards from Lowell
That's
guy
right. That's it.
and director?
Yes.
Then they went over and rushed and bought what we bought.
How did you end up not working in had the factories closed, weaving looms and stuff closed by the time you were able to work?
Oh, I didn't want to work in the. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, that was dirty, nasty work. That wool dust everywhere. That stinky, and all those closed-in mills. I don't think they had air conditioning.
No.
Didn't you know somebody that went to work there?
Yeah, my brother Richard.
Richard.
Oh,
That's
Richard
right.
worked there.
And that didn't last too long.
Hated it.
Yeah.
Hated it.
Yeah.
It was just what I thought it would be. We used to play in there. As I say, like, you know, they had big warehouses and they had bags of wool.
Clearly, this is before OSHA.
I'm thinking these bags of wool were probably somewhere about maybe 18 feet tall, that wide, full of wool, and they just take them with a forklift or something and put them on a truck or bring them down to where they were going to be worked. So we used to play in there, and then you'd hear someone coming in. So we'd go running, get back and run. We could scamper up those bags, just like monkeys. Scamper up and hide up top, just lay down. Then when we went home, right, it looked like I had a different color shirt on,
Right.
with all the wool on it. And of course, Mother would say, "What have you been into?" I don't know, Ma. We walked by the mill. Maybe some of that stuff blew out.
Were you allergic to wool?
I am. I
Yeah.
am now.
When
But I
you
mean,
were-
when you're
yeah.
a kid, you're not allergic to anything. I had hay fever. Maybe that was it. It might have been wool fever.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't do it every day, but there were times, as I said, let's go play in the mill. So we'd have to.
And it was a working mill at the time.
Oh yeah, it was a working
Was
mill.
it starting to wane by then?
A lot of
I mean,
them
I
had
can't
moved
imagine.
down south
Okay.
because, again, cheaper wages, cheaper labor, so they moved down south. And then when they found they could do it even cheaper overseas, that they closed
That was
the
the end
mills
of that.
down south. There are still mills open down south.
Yeah.
As far as Lowell, I don't think there is a working mill, but there was. I mean, I left there 50 years ago. There was still one. One of them was called Joan Fabrics. In fact, I'll tell you, I was PMA.
Pre-Mary Ann.
Me and Jimmy.
The Trumpets?
Yes. Went to this bar, and we get talking with a girl had moved up from West Virginia.
Yeah.
And she was working. She was some kind of a supervisor at Joan Fabrics. So I knew they were open then, and that was probably a few years before I
Was
met
that
you.
Joan Fabrics or Joanne?
Joan.
Joan. Okay.
Joanne. Joan
yeah.
Fabrics. I think Joanne is a
chain.
store. Oh, no, that's for knitting supplies. And
Well,
that.
it's a hobby store, but
Yeah,
they
they're
sell
not
fabrics
related.
as
This
well.
was Joan Fabrics. And they were open. They were definitely open when I was in high school because my father said, "You're not up working in the mill if you don't study harder." And that was a little incentive not to flunk any more tests.
Yeah. You really
Yeah,
felt,
no, I had no interest in working there. Oh my!
you really felt
Did it smell?
the benefit of your education.
Well,
Wool felt.
you're a
just
kid.
seemed-
Everything smells like a dog. When you're
It just
a
seems
kid.
it would be a nasty smell for some reason. I don't know why I think
The
that.
pre-washed wool is.
Again, if you're a little boy,
Maybe.
answer this. Am I right? When you're a little boy, there's no such thing as a nasty smell. Just
You're talking to the wrong
a different
one.
smell.
Oh no, you're talking to the wrong one. I had a strong sense of smell from I was a baby. I was like, Mom, it's time to wash the sheets. Mom, there's formaldehyde leaking from the trailer walls. I can smell the formaldehyde.
Okay, I guess so. Anyway, I could smell as good as the best of them.
Yeah.
But when you're a boy, it's like, hey, it's
You
like
didn't care.
you didn't care. I mean, seriously, you're asking me. That's why we didn't hang around with girls. They just said, "I ain't going to the mill. It
That's
smells."
dangerous.
No. That's the way girls were then. I know they changed, and they're
Yes.
much different.
Yes, and some boys are more effeminate, and
Today the difference is
masculine.
the girls would say, "You're not going in that mill." Before it was, "I'm not going in that mill. Goodbye."
Yeah, no.
Now, you're not
You're
going in that
yeah.
mill. Now the line is drawn,
Yes.
and now you can prove whether you are a mouse or a man. You go in that mill, or you squeak your way home.
Coming up in the next hour of WONY, Bill Cooper's relationship advice.
I don't give anyone advice.
No?
No, unless it's this, dump them.
Absolutely.
Dump her. Seriously, why are you asking me for advice? I've had as many failures as anyone in my life.
That's true.
One success, and she's directing the show. I am not giving anyone advice. You'd have to ask Mary Ann why she settled for me. I think that would be the best way.
She's on Sundays at 4.
So anyway, again, we get the station on the air, 1 watt,
Yep.
circling the house.
I can hear it humming.
That's the fan.
Oh.
So anyway, anything you'd like to add? Anything you'd like to say to your fans?
We really want to thank you for watching Postcards from Lowell. And go to postcardsfromlowell.com and you can watch all of them. That'd be great. And thank you, Adam Messer, for doing that.
He posted for us. Adam Messer, our buddy Adam Messer.
Yeah.
We have a lot of buddies. Anyone you'd like to say hi to on the screen there, McAdoo?
Oh, Carol. Carol
Hey,
was the
Carol
first one
Cooper.
up, and she's got a girl toasting a
A wine glass?
no, a beer
Oh,
mug.
a beer.
A beer mug.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's my daughter.
Kelly Jones says hello.
Hey,
Kelly.
Kelly from
Amanda
Massachusetts.
Cooper Adams is watching.
Our granddaughter. Hi, sweetie.
Hi, Amanda.
William Buckingham
Hey,
Hey,
Bill.
William Buckingham.
says hi to Bill and Chad.
Hey.
Carrie Hollinger
We're gonna-
is watching
we're gonna
as
get,
well.
Corey Hollinger.
Hey, Corey. We're going to get William Buckingham on here, and he can do the socialite report. He can tell you all the stuff that's going on in Savannah.
Can he?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yes.
You know?
William Buckingham? Yes. Oh,
Okay.
for sure.
All right.
He'll have to do the socialite report.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Well, that'd be fun.
Well, hold on, I'm sorry. That's fine, and he's welcome.
Well, let me tell you, what's our demographic, Bill?
Our demographic is people who love to laugh.
Oh, that's him.
All right, there you go. It's that simple.
Yeah. We'll change the names to protect the innocent.
Yeah. And it's funny, I didn't know how many people cared about Savannah at night until I
Until we
announced
left.
that I was leaving it. Oh, no! It's like,
Well, you gave 4 years to the radio station.
I'd have left 2 years earlier if I knew that I'd be welcomed that much after I left.
On top, while you were on top. I wouldn't have been around. But you served the community radio station with your program on Sundays for
A real radio station.
4 years.
WRUU.
A real one.
LP, Savannah, Georgia.
And I know everybody in Savannah appreciates that show.
Thank you.
'cause
And it was
they told
great. And you helped make it great. It
That's
wasn't
true.
me, it was our show.
I know.
You, me, and our guests made that show rock. It really did.
Mostly the guests.
Well, sometimes the guests. No, of course the guests. We had great guests, and we made them feel comfortable. And that was the thing. Look at these two idiots.
Right.
If you can't feel comfortable
You
around
feel
them.
intimidated by us.
Mary Ann, she has all kinds of class.
Yeah.
And she still puts up with us.
I don't know why.
Hold on.
Every Wednesday.
So anyway, that's the deal today. Thanks for watching. We love you, and we'll be on again next week
Yes.
on
WOMY.
Wonderful. Oh my. Bye. Bye.
Yeah. Look out for the foliage.